Welcome to the Urban Cowgirl Show.
Okay, here's what I'm going to do without the single tree hooked, but just to take the next step and then watch for future sessions, future shows. I'm going to hold on, and I'd like you to take 5 steps forward with the drive lines, and you join up. Don't hold on to her halter. No constant pressure. It's all right. Now, here's where we could get in trouble, because now there's an extra pressure. I'm pulling while she's standing. Try to take 5 steps forward. If I have to drop these tug straps, they could get hung up around her legs. And I've got my Swiss Army knife in my left top pocket, Lee, if you need it, okay? All right, take 5 steps forward, Danielle.
Okay, step up. Good girl.
I'm pulling back. She's pulling me. Okay, stop. Whoa. Let's back up.
Back. Back.
Lee, grab it. Grab it. Okay. We've got enough people. She got stressed by the feel of my weight.
Yeah.
I had to drop it. I couldn't hold a 1,000-pound horse.
I'm right here.
Okay, wait a minute. It's touching her right rear.
Good.
Okay. I'm glad that happened just so you could see what could happen and why you have to take tiny baby steps.
Right here.
I'm glad we had enough people here and enough training so that people knew what to do to stop Eve from being scared. That's what she's doing. She's being a horse. She got scared by the extra feel. And that's why I made the judgment call for today, although she's done it in the past, not to put this single tree on. I didn't want her to leave us with these chains rattling and this thing on the ground making noise on a rock driveway. One tiny baby step at a time.
Summer is here, so we plan to expand the team to continue harness training safely.
Our next session, here comes Lee, who's a veteran. Very enthusiastic to learn how to handle horses. He's bringing Firecrest Easter Eve here to her tie post. Go ahead and tie her. We are going to put some simpler tack on her so that he can work with her more frequently on ground driving, backing, and then together, he and I and whoever else we can get on our team, we'll have her start pulling again. Pulling is really a little bit scary at first, and it's been so long since she's properly pulled, we're kind of starting over. Now, I like to think ahead in case she does get spooked by something. I'm going to close the gate, and Lee is going to, go ahead, the cart shed to get our nylon tack out. It's to your left, Lee, on a saddle rack up high. Do you see it up high on that saddle rack? Everything I put up there, bring it out.
Are you talking about like this piece? Right?
Now, let's see, let me, so when, no, that's not nylon, that's leather. Okay, okay, I'm gonna leave the camera on here and show you, because we're gonna do this with other veterans who are enthusiastic. Okay, all of this is nylon. Remember when we brought this? We brought this nylon, single, bring everything down from there, Lee. We have some yacht rope drive lines. We have some just plain old rope lines. Okay, and now I'm going to show Lee what we're going to do with all that tack. Wait a minute. Wait.
Too nice to have some hooks out here, huh?
we're going to use tack hooks out here. And I'll get more if I have to. Here we go. We only have one tack hook for now, but I'll free up some more. Remember, we're doing this one tiny baby step at a time, and I'm letting Lee do it because that's the best way for him to learn, but I'm here to help if he's completely confused. Now, put that on like you would if you were putting on the leather one. It goes over her back, and he always likes to let the horse smell it. Okay, just leave all the little dog collars on there. They're all like extensions of the rings. Now you're gonna, yeah, except that Lee, we usually do things, and this is just by habit. Yeah, we do things on the left side, but if you want to, that's okay. We'll train our horses to work off either side. Okay, now you're going, that's a double buckle. And you want it to be, I'll show you where. You're a little bit too far down her rib cage. Right here. Okay, grab it. I'm showing you, it's only Lee and I today.
Yeah, I haven't set this one up yet. So
I know.
Kind of green on this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it the other way. Yeah. We'll do a tightening, not all at once, otherwise the horses get scared by that pressure. Okay, that's one of the buckles. See, I want to be able to trust Lee out here himself every day to work with Eve, or every other day, or whatever we have time for. He's also my foreman, so there's a lot to do to keep this ranch up. It's a 24/7 job. That looks good. Now, she is good. Not again now. Give her a chance to exhale. You know, they blowed up. Okay, now what I want you to do, Lee, is go back into the tack shed and get the nylon bridle with blinders.
That one here?
Up, no. To your left, by your left shoulder. That's it. I'm pretty organized here, but we gotta let Lee know where everything is. Okay, now before you put that bridle on, Lee, put it over there on the tack hook and take Eve. Let's see what her body language says about walking down the driveway.
With the halter?
With just the halter. And recall, Lee, that not last time, but a couple times before, there was a flock of quail in that oak tree that flew away as soon as Eve got under. And so she thinks maybe that tree is a dangerous place to walk. Now watch her body language. She looks okay. She's not getting all startled. She is swishing her tail, which is a little bit of a concern to me, as I don't see any flies on her. He's walking around the tree. This is my obstacles area. Walking around an obstacle, that's okay. We're going to, probably not today, we're just showing you a little bit of the beginning. Lee actually learning how to tack her up with our nylon tack to do some harness work with her, which takes a lot of sessions to get her used to it again, at least in this area, and then eventually other areas. Okay, tie her up again, Lee. And after walking like that, you could check to see if you could do another hole on the nylon harness. And Lee has been around my horses enough to always communicate to them that here I am, don't be afraid of me. Evie's looking at me. Okay, tight enough. You really don't have to make these surcingles as tight as the saddle. Okay, now I'm going to do this. I'm going to walk into camera's view and put the nylon bridle on that has like a plastic or vinyl blinders.
Should we put the halter?
Yeah, just take her down. Here is the vinyl blinders. It's a snaffle bit, a D-ring snaffle. You know, actually, leave the halter on because I'm just going to have him walk down the driveway, put the halter back on her nose with this on. This has blinders, so she can't see out of the sides, but she might hear some things. So I want her to get secure. She needs to learn to have confidence in us and to focus on what we're asking for her to do. Okay, come closer to the camera, Lee. Okay, let me hold on to this, and Lee will just be here in case there's problems, but I really don't expect problems. No knots or anything. If she does get away, I will not get hung up. Watch now, Lee, how I keep her head down by putting a little bit of pressure between her ears. She's trained, she opened her mouth, right? It's all right. All right. Now, this hasn't been on in a long time, so it may need adjustment. And it does. You see, her far ear can't get in, so I'm going to drop it down again. Good. And make it longer on each side. We're going to make it longer on each side. We don't have a nylon bridle for every one of my Morgans. I have 3 Morgans. But we're going to adjust it for Eve now and work with it. Now watch what I'm doing with Eve. Always training, always thinking. A little bit of pressure right here. She's not going down right away, so I want her to go down. A little bit of a tug. Now she went down. Instant release of pressure. And then she says, oh, that's all I have to do to avoid pressure. Put my head down when I feel pressure up here between my ears. All right. Tack fitting takes a long time. Tack fitting, though, is extremely important. So we're not going to do anything more today than hopefully getting that bridle on Eve's head. And it is nylon, so it's not too hard to adjust.
It just doesn't very cooperative.
But you know, you've got holes, and I can make holes in the nylon, but I know it used to fit her. We probably used it with another horse in between.
Here we go.
Okay.
I put it down 1 notch.
Okay. You put it down 1 notch. It may not be enough. Let me see. Before he puts it in the keeper. Put this on my shoulder, not with a knot. See, she's looking around. I let her look around. Head's going down more easily now because she knows that's the right answer. Good. Good.
Still more.
No, I think we're okay. Let's see. Yeah. Now, here's what's happening. We got the far ear in, but see, the near ear has to go in here. So yeah, we do have to adjust it some more. So wait, don't adjust it while it's on her head. Oh, well, you can if they're being cooperative. Go ahead. Mostly we do adjustments, though, when we take it off, so we don't inadvertently apply pressure where we don't mean to. Trying to get the tongue of the buckle into the hole, which is almost a skill. There you go. Okay, don't bother with the keepers yet because we're not sure we've got enough, but let's see. Can I get this near ear in? I can. Yeah, I can. Now, Her ears have to be behind the blinder support. Good girl, Eve. Now, one more thing. We got to grab this neck strap over here and hook it up over here on the ring and make sure there's at least, you can put a hand in it. You don't want it real tight under their neck. And this should be in the middle, okay? Okay, we've got it lined up now. It's all right, it's all right. She's looking good. He's just gonna do the same walk as he did a few minutes ago. He's got the halter on, but you see now she's got blinders on. Go ahead. Let's see if she's showing any body language concern. Not yet. And Eva's had blinders on a lot, but it's been a long while. Her ears are kind of perked up, but she's walking calmly. Take the same route, Lee. Remember, now she has blinders on, so if she hears something and can't see it, that could concern her. And next time, we'll put some drive lines on, but we need an extra person here for that. We'll do the same thing, but that person will be controlling the drive lines. Somebody will be at the head. Somebody will be at the camera. We're waiting for some of our helpers to come back next week. Okay, keep going on to the railroad tie and stop before you do anything. Okay, now I'm going to talk about it, how I do it. Can you turn this way? We don't have mics on right now because we don't have enough helpers for filming. Okay, always undo what you did. I'm taking this neck strap off. You don't want to start pulling it down if it's still strapped on her neck, right? So I'm taking the neck strap off. She's just looking fine. I'm going to put my hand up here and ask her to bring her head down. Good, she brought her head down much easier. I'm going to pull this off her ears, ask her to drop the bridle, drop the bit. She did very nicely, and I let the bridle fall off her head. And that's all for today. We're going to take it one tiny baby step at a time. We're going to show you how Eve, and then Eve with her daughter Sadie, do some farming. Continuation, our next session the next day. Lee is putting on the nylon plastic bridle that we're going to use for training purposes that has the blinders. And Eve did really well. Look how nice her head is down. She understands that she's supposed to keep her head down when we're putting on the bridle. Now, Lee said he adjusted the straps so that they were even on both sides, but I'm going to show you what I'm going to check now that it's in her mouth.
Does it look a little tight yet? A little too tight?
No, not too tight at all. You know, how many wrinkles? Well, I prefer no wrinkles at all. So I think we're okay, but I would say go up one hole on both sides, which means you're going to have to adjust these blinders so that it's out of your way. One hole on both sides, because look how the D-ring snaffle is spread out at her mouth. No, we want it to go up along her nose. We want to keep it even if possible. Good, good. You see how good she is? My horse is all of them ground tie. She understands that she's, even though she's not tied, she's to stand still, especially when you've got a lead line on like that on the ground. Okay, that looks good. Now hold on to the lead line for a moment. Now here's our next step. We're going to use these yacht rope drive lines to see if we can, without stress, to see if we can walk her down the driveway and back. Remember, Lee is a veteran. He doesn't have much experience, but he would love to be comfortable doing this kind of thing, not not only with Eve, but my other horses as well. It's okay. It's a long road to training for pulling and farming. But one small step at a time, especially with Firecrest Easter Eve, I know we'll get there. Now, I've got a carabiner on here, which I attach to the D-ring. And watch how we're going to go. You hold her, just you worry about her, because you can always watch the video, Lee. Watch her eyeballs, watch her ears, watch that she's blinking. I'm going through this dog collar here, which is going to hold the drive line up out of the way. Here's one drive line, and I'm going to go across her back, which we often do. It's all right. It's all right. She's a little bit concerned. Let me make sure again, there's only 2 of us today. Make sure that we're in the, we are in the video. Now, I'm going to let Lee put the other one on, just like I put the first one on. You learn by doing, but first you want to observe. Okay, I've got the lead line. But eventually, Lee should be able to do this by himself, especially if he watches for any kind of stress in Eve's body language. No stress yet. Good. Now, there should be a dog collar on the other side. Now, you see how her neck went up just now? She's not sure what you're doing. She doesn't see out of the side of her eye.
I don't see it. There's not.
Okay, all right, hold on for a minute. There's one here. You want to be even. I use dog collars a lot to make loops. Right here on that one.
On this one right here.
Yeah.
And the furthest back to the rear.
Just like this one. We want things to be even. We want things to be held up out of the way so that there isn't pressure on her legs. You getting the dog collar? Tacking up takes a long time, but it's extremely important. It gets easier with repetition. Evie just did a nice sigh. That's a good sign of relaxation. Do you need my help over there, Lee?
No, here we go.
It's all right. It's all right.
There we go.
Good girl.
There we go.
Good girl. We've got our Swiss Army knife by the door of the tack room in case there's trouble, but with nylon tack and minimal tack, no britchin', no crooper, etc., I'm pretty sure we're okay. Okay, now Lee, you come along with the lead line. I am going to do the driving unless there is an issue. Birds flying around, my bull roaring. What I'm going to do for now, because we only have us 2 today, I'm going to show you, I hope, driving Eve down that driveway. It's all right, Eve. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. All right. Okay, we're going to go to the right. Good. Good. These are 22-foot lines. They're a little bit long. Okay, I'm going to whoa. Whoa. I'm going to back. 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 Good, Eve. Step up. Her neck is up. She's scared with the roaring. We're going to make a left-hand turn here. We're going to take the same route we took yesterday. Good. And I have to walk fast to stay behind her, Lee, as will you. Stop at the camera. I'm going to back her again. Whoa. Back, 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 back. Good girl. Step up.
I wish we had Garrett to move the camera.
Whoa. Okay, now can you take the lead line the drive line's off and hold, just, you can drop the lead line or keep it on your shoulder. I'm going to turn the camera. We hope that by tomorrow we'll have a camera operator here to help us with the camera. We're taking tiny baby steps. Now remember, this is veteran equine assist training. This is a sample video. Okay, through the dog collar. Keep aware of Eve's body language. Good, good. And tie her up as she's accustomed to being tied on this nice tie post, which is a railroad tie, sunk 2 foot into concrete. Every one of my tie posts is of that nature. Okay, now you're gonna wanna take the bridle off without being tied, because if she throws her head up, you don't want to be tied to the tie post. So for now, undo the slip knot. Okay, take the bridle off, make sure her head is down when you drop it out of her mouth. Over the ears, yes, she's being real good about head down. Good. She's licking her lips. Okay, hold on to that lead line. She might think it's time to go because you took the bridle out. Okay, and then I'm moving this camera over to show that from my hardware store. Locally, I got 4 more rafter hangers. Okay, you can take the surcingle off. And we're going to leave those out all summer, ready to be used for equine assisted therapy for veterans. And for now, being able to ground drive Firecrest Easter Eve with nylon tack, graduating into our leather tack with the collar and the saddle and the bridle. I'm walking over to my tack room to show you. Sorry about the shaking. Okay, we've got everything organized here. We're going to keep working here in this area, and ground driving won't be just going up and down the driveway. It will be ground driving in and around and over all these trail obstacles that I have set up back here in my obstacles area. So let's see how Lee is doing. I'm letting him do it alone while I'm here. Eve knows him. He's going to come back and put all the tack away. You can leave those rafter hooks where they are. And I'm going to go in and upload this video. And we're proud to say we took the next tiny baby step of training Firecrest Easter Eve for pulling eventually.
See more at www.urbancowgirlchannel.com.